Yo, what is going on, guys? Matthew B. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. Right now I'm going to be talking about this Black Panther stuff that's been going on, this Black Panther teaser trailer. I'm going to be doing a shot by shot analysis of what is going on here. So if you guys have not seen my reaction, by the way, if you guys are interested in reactions, make sure to click that link right above there, by the way, if you want to check that out. Also, don't forget to check out my social media links and everything else in the description box below. P.O Box stuff and Patreon and everything else is down if you're interested in checking any of those things out here. So in the beginning here, we're greeted by Ulysses Klaue, played by Andy Serkis, and he's being interviewed. I keep forgetting this guy's name here on the left, but he's being interviewed by him, and he basically asked him, you know, have you ever heard of Wakanda? People, right now, the rest of the world thinks that Wakanda is this third world nation that's not really of any value or anything like that, and Klaue knows otherwise. He knows that the full potential of this place and the riches and the vibranium and everything that's on or in that country rather, and he's telling him about that, and he's the only one that survived and came out. So we know that he lost his hand in Age of Ultron. And he, so we know that he doesn't get it back. I don't know if they're going to give him his claw that he has in the comic books. I'm not entirely sure if he's actually going to get that at any point soon in the in this movie or anytime in the future, but it'd be really cool to see if he somehow eventually is able to grab that. Moving on to the next scene here. So then we're greeted here by the waterfalls, the beauty of Wakanda. So we're seeing Wakanda on the big screen for the first time. We've always seen Wakanda in the comic books and little hints and different animated things, but nothing too serious or big as this. Now we have this movie here, the waterfalls. They're showing how beautiful Wakanda is. We're greeted by this amazing scenery here, that this place that's just almost like a paradise to live in. I'm just so pleased with what they're doing so far. We'll talk a little bit more about Wakanda as we continue going through this. Now, these scenes here, now what I think is going on here is that this might be a flashback that may be talking about, certain things that happened before the events of Civil War. I'm going to get in, speaking of Civil War, I'm going to get into more about the color palette stuff that I've really been liking from Marvel recently. But I'm thinking that this specific scene here that we're seeing here, we see somewhere towards the end as well, is part of an origin story. I know we're supposed to be seeing some type of origin things or some flashback scenes that's been happening, but I'm loving all the attention to detail here we're seeing. I don't know if this is a tattoo, some type of tribal marking, some type of thing that really, that tells maybe either his royalty, his status in life. I know some cultures, like for instance, the Polynesian culture, a lot of them have certain tattoos or Samoan tattoos on their skin or something like that, that shows a different part or different prestige level or different things like that. So it may be something similar to that along that road. But I think what's going on here is that origin. So we're greeted by the beautiful colors here of Wakanda. A lot of people are, the CGI things, or yeah, you can say that, but I'm happy with it so far because it looks really good. It looks like it's just amazing. It's a big step up for where we were in Captain America Civil War. So if you guys are not familiar with some of Black Panther's origin story, me personally, like I talked about this earlier yesterday, that the Reginald Hudlin story of Black Panther is one of my personal favorites. They tackle a lot of issues and a lot of things and a lot of grounded storylines for Black Panther, and they also go over how he became the Black Panther. So this may be where he is going to fight, because normally, even though he is the son of T'Chaka, the king of Wakanda at that time, even though he is his son, he has to earn his way to become the Black Panther. It's just not given to him. That title and those abilities of the Panther God is just not given to him because he's the son of T'Chaka. So I think that's what's going on here. We've seen this. So it looks like if the scene where I love, we're seeing some of this Wakandan technology, their aircrafts. There's tons and millions and hundreds of ships and things in Wakanda that supersedes anything else that we have seen in the Marvel universe. Everything on Wakanda is like 10 to 20 years more advanced than where everything is in the Marvel universe. For instance, Tony Stark has an iron suit. A Wakandan child who's 3 years old can build that in like 2 hours, so that's to show you how far ahead these people are. Very educated people. They're way ahead as far as information and technology and knowledge and everything. They're way ahead than the rest of the world. Just a lot of people don't know that, and that's why they continue to have a certain way of life, because a lot of people don't know how powerful this nation is. So we're moving on here, and like I said, I think it is a fight because we're seeing him here. He's standing in the water, and we see that scene towards the end, which kind of confirms what I'm saying here, but we're going to continue moving on. Then amazing shot. So this was what I would presume is, or assume that this is some, maybe the beginning of the movie, something's going on here, but I'm loving every single thing. Then you see Black Panther hiding up in the trees. So I think this, you know, well, this is obviously the suit from Captain America Civil War. So it has to be somewhere in the beginning of the movie. It has to be somewhere in the beginning of the film. We're seeing a lot of things because you may not notice this, and towards the end of the trailer we'll talk about this some more, but there is a lot of differences in the suit, and even in the poster that we've seen earlier, which I'll pull up right here right now, you will see that there's some minor differences or minor changes in the suit. So I don't know if it's an upgrade, a downgrade, a substitute, a backup, who knows. But we're continuing here. Amazing, just pitches the guy in the country, flips and kicks the guy. I mean, this is just amazing. Black Panther is, like I always say this all the time, is my favorite character in the Marvel universe. It's been for a while. Like I said, I love the comic story, especially Reginald Hudlin. Christopher Priest is some very hardcore stuff. That's before Reginald Hudlin got on the scene. Christopher Priest did some stuff for Deathstroke and some stuff for DC as well. So he did some pretty good storylines as well. They have Ta-Nehisi Coates. He did some stuff as well, which was okay. And I'll talk a little bit more about his work, which I've seen in this trailer so far going on here. So we're moving on, and coming in here we have the glory shot of Wakanda. It's beautiful. Like I was saying earlier, man, we're seeing this beautiful place, this hybrid nation of traditional cultural styles within Africa and then modern world, and this futuristic-y sci-fi looking this looks like a set of The Fifth Element or something from like Valerian or some one of those movies. It looks like a very futuristic thing, and what I'm loving from this so far, and I want to talk about the color palette issues. Now, in Captain America Civil War, a lot of people know, this is no news to you, you already know this, you've already been hearing, the majority of you have been hearing about this for a while now, that the color palette was really gray and down and just depressing and flat and muted, desaturated colors that wasn't, you know, even. It was just all over the place. Smudgy looking scenes, that certain scenes that were supposed to pop just looks really dull and gray. But ever since we, you know, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 really changed that, because there was no color issues in that film. Everything was perfect as far as, you know, visually how it looks. And then of course you see in the trailer for Thor Ragnarok how that's looking really good as well. And now we're seeing this. So maybe what was happening, I'm starting to think maybe that the desaturation and the gray muted colors in Civil War was completely intentional from Marvel's part to really kind of give us a sense of, okay, the Avengers are being disbanded, and, you know, bad, you know, stuff is going on right now. So it could have been intentional, or it could have just been just a mistake. But I'm loving what we're seeing here. We're seeing, like I said, we're seeing a similar ship that we've seen in the beginning of the film. I mean, in the beginning of the film, the beginning of the trailer. And what I'm loving here too, we're seeing like these, it looks like these grass or leaves on top of this building here, but it's mixed with vibranium, and this place is just so beautiful. Like, I want to move here. It just looks amazing. The technology in Wakanda, it's just so beautiful. The whole city's made out of vibranium. It's just amazing. So we're moving with that glory shot right here, man. I just love everything. The water, it just looks beautiful. Then we have Forrest Whitaker's character. So he looks like he's one of the elders or someone who specializes in a lot of things that's going on in Wakanda. So I'm glad that we're going to see Forrest Whitaker. And like I was touching on the cast too, the cast is amazing. The amazing choices they made for the cast in this film was beyond great. We're seeing a film, and I'm just going to say, we're seeing a film that has predominantly an all-black cast for a character that was not really looked at in the comics. For years, this character, Black Panther, no one really looked at him for a long time, and is now recently he's starting to get a lot more popular. So I'm liking that we're seeing this. We're not getting any whitewashing, we're not getting any, we're getting a good cast. We're getting a good cast and people that are trying to be true to these characters and true to culture and really representing the heart of Africa in a way. So we're moving on here. So it looks like if these are a bunch of voodoo people, I don't know, that's just what I can put it. They're doing something with the Panther guard. Now we get Killmonger's mask. So we have Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Now, like I was touching base a little bit about this, I wasn't too happy with him at first being Killmonger, because I'm used to Killmonger being a pull-up picture. If you guys don't know him, this big character, this big macho looking character. But then again, it's a comic book and you can't really expect a lot of comic book characters to look exactly, or different people to look like comic book characters. But we're seeing him here as the mask. Now this is what kind of confuses me. We're seeing him here coming and he appears to be breaking in or taking out Klaue. Now I can't even say that. I can't say that. Maybe he's not helping him, because in the comic books Killmonger has a personal thing against both Klaue and T'Challa, so he has a personal thing with both sides. So maybe he could be coming here to capture him for himself. I don't know. But then we move on to the scene with Lupita Nyong'o. Man, she's such a great decorated actress. So many awards, so many nominations. She's just doing her thing, man. I'm very proud of her. Making a change for a lot of African and Black women in general who want to get into acting and proving, showing people that you can really be yourself and just be who you are, represent where you're from, and bring power to where you're from, and be, without having to change a thing, and just be yourself. And I'm liking that she's becoming very successful in doing what she has to do. We've seen her in Star Wars, we've seen her in 12 Years a Slave, we've seen her in a lot of really good films, so I have no doubt with her performance. I don't even need to talk about it. We already know it's going to be good. So we're moving on here. But then we have this nice, awesome fight scene here with the Dora Milaje. Yeah, we got Dora Milaje back, man. We get the Dora Milaje. From what I'm seeing so far, man, I have no doubt that they won't get this right. The Dora Milaje, and if you guys don't know them, they are the bodyguards, personal bodyguards of Black Panther, the royal family, different elders and things like that. The Dora Milaje protect him and they go with him wherever he goes. Normally two always go with him, but it's a clan of these female warriors. If you want to look at them, they're kind of like Amazons, if you want to put it that way. They're kind of like Amazons in DC. They're kind of like Amazons, put it that way. They're highly trained fighters, and you don't want to mess with them. That's all you need to know. But we're seeing great. So I don't even know I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I don't know if this is when he returns. I don't know. This looks like the new suit. This doesn't look like the old suit. This doesn't look like the suit from Captain America Civil War. It looks like the new suit. I don't know what's going on here. I can't even try to figure it out. But we got a Dora Milaje here. Looks like some elders. Looks like I can't really even begin to try to tell you what's going on in this scene here. I haven't seen anything in the comics that may explain this, but I might come across it. But just look at this scene, man. It just looks great, man. Chadwick Boseman is doing such a great job as this character. He's really, really, really fit for this role. Really fit for this role. Really put himself into it. See more of Klaue here doing his thing. We got him in the UN. This is amazing. A lot of people don't know, in some versions of Black Panther, his identity is public. As you know, well, we already know it's public. I mean, in Civil War, he took off his mask, so a lot of people already know it's public. But I'm just loving all of this. You see Dora Milaje in the back there again. This is amazing. This, he's, and I read the synopsis earlier. He's taking after his father passed away. So it's just gonna be great, guys. Another shot here of Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, Eric Killmonger. So he looks like if he's in captivity, he's been captured, they're bringing him in. He has a personal thing against, of course, T'Challa. Of course, he blames his family for his death. But I'm going to explain something that kind of confuses me, which may be a difference in the origin story compared to what we've always been seeing. You got Daniel Kaluuya at the back there. He does a great job in every single role I've ever seen him in. Most recently, Get Out. Fantastic job as an actor. Like I said, the cast is phenomenal. Another great shot. I touched base a little bit on this scene here in my reaction. Dora Milaje, again, very comic accurate. Love the vibranium gauntlets, the shoulder pads, the whole everything. They just look, like the Dora Milaje. I'm very happy that they're getting this right. They're getting Wakanda right. They're getting every single element of Black Panther right. So this is great. You know, him doing his thing, man, wearing sandals, doing whatever you gotta do. Lupita Nyong'o. I don't know, I think she might be a love interest. I'm not entirely sure. We see this here, great shot, man. Some very African stuff going on here. I love it though, man. I love this. This is just great. He had his bodyguards. I don't know exactly which character this guy is, but he's obviously some type of importance. But I'm loving the set design, the costume design here. Everyone is just looking amazing. Everyone is looking amazing. We're moving on here. Dora Milaje. Man, I'm so satisfied with this. So, of course, it's T'Challa walking in. Now this is what I wanted to talk about. This is very Ta-Nehisi Coates. If you guys don't know, he actually recently wrote a lot of the things from last year's Black Panther story, the most recent Black Panther story, and the way how Wakanda looks in his story pretty much looks like this. It pretty much looks just like this. This office here, we have the throne here that we were talking about earlier in the poster. So here's the throne. This could be him just walking in, you know, returning, having some special meeting, whatever they're doing, politics, you know, politics things. But I'm just loving the set design. It's great. I don't know if we're going to be seeing Bucky or Captain America, but we know Bucky's going to be there. We know Captain America's there. I don't know if he is going to make an appearance in this film, if they're going to mention him. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but we definitely know that they are there. They may reference him. We may see him. Who knows? I don't know what's going on here. This might be Man-Ape. It might not be Man-Ape. I don't know. I highly doubt it. I don't think so. I don't know, but we'll see. Great shot here. I love her dreads, man. That gray whitish kind of dreads there look nice. I like that. This character, she kind of has a Shuri complex, but I don't think she's playing Shuri. I think she's a character named Omoya or something like that. I forgot. We're moving on here. Now this is a continuation of what was happening in the beginning, and this is what makes me feel like this is an origin story. It has to be, obviously. We see what appears to be T'Chaka right there in the back left-hand corner observing the fight. This appears to be Killmonger fighting T'Challa. Now this could be them fighting for the title of Black Panther. It could be that. It could be, this could be at the end of the movie. I could be completely wrong. This may not be an origin scene. This could be at the end of the movie where he challenges Black Panther in a fight, which happens in the storyline, happens in the Reginald Hudlin storyline as well, where he challenges him to fight and they fight it off. But I don't think so, because this man back here resembles T'Chaka a lot, but I could be wrong. It could not be T'Chaka. It could be someone else. It could be someone else entirely. It could be his uncle. It could be T'Challa's uncle. It could be anyone. It could be literally anyone. So don't take me for granted. Don't take me 100%. Quote me on that. But that's just my theory. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm saying again, I could be wrong. But that's just what I'm thinking, just based off looking at this. As we get another trailer, we'll get more information as to what's really going on here. This could either, like I said, could either be a beginning, like the past part of the origin story, which may be different, like I said, because Killmonger never really competed to be a Black Panther, or this could be the ending where he challenges him and they have a fight. So it could be that. And then we see him again here, him versus the Dora Milaje. And then we get this great canvas shot here of Wakanda. It just looks amazing. This place, yo, amazing. Green screen, all that stuff. Yeah, you know that, but who cares? Ain't nobody care. It just looks great, man. I'm very satisfied with every single thing that I'm seeing right here, right now. This is amazing. I think Michael B. Jordan is going to do a great job. I like the old meets new kind of vibe going on, man. Got a modern coat on with the traditional cultural necklace in the beginning there. It looks amazing, man. I think he's going to do a great job. He worked with the director on Creed before, so we already know that you know, he only chooses the great people to work with him. So here we go, Dora Milaje again versus, I don't know, maybe some other tribe. Got no clue who these guys are. Maybe you have to go back to refer back to the comics to see if they're mentioned anywhere. Now this is what I'm talking about here at this end, and this is before I even get to that, this is cool here. This girl here holding these Panther gun looking things. These are cool, man. These are cool. This is why I think it's Shuri. It looks like Shuri, but it's probably not her. It's probably not Shuri. Black Panther's sister is probably not her, but I was thinking that it might be her. I was thinking it might be her because she's holding these Panther shooter things, but I just do not know. And here we go. So this is what makes you think it's a new suit. This is obviously a new suit compared to what we see in the beginning. This new metal ridge thing, I don't really like it. It looks cool. It's different. It's different. Yeah, I do prefer the Civil War suit, but hey, man, I'm cool with anyone. I'm just glad that we got it. Okay, this is obviously a new suit. So we're seeing him running again. Now he might be Man-Ape. He might be him. He doesn't look like the actor who plays him. Duke, I think is his name. He might be, man. He might be. He just might be Man-Ape. I think this is him. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think it's him. I think this is him. It looks like him, but if Man-Ape is involved, we know Man-Ape will be involved in this movie, and we know he's going to be involved in Infinity War as well. So looking forward to see him regardless, whoever's playing him. Then this great sequence here at the end. Obvious CGI, we all know that, but hey, it's still cool, it's still amazing, and it's going to be a great, fantastic film. Here we go, another shot of the front here. Obviously, like I said, a new suit, new mask, new everything like that. It's a completely new suit. It looks amazing. Looks great, guys. So anyways, guys, I'm very excited for this movie regardless. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait for the full trailer. A full trailer may either drop, it may drop around Comic-Con. If not San Diego Comic-Con, it might drop around New York Comic-Con, maybe not, or it could be dropping around sometime Thor Ragnarok drops out, or maybe around November it may drop out, because the movie is coming out at the beginning of next year, kind of, you know, the last movie before Infinity War. So we're definitely going to get another trailer, like I said, either San Diego. If not San Diego, then maybe sometime around Thor Ragnarok we may be getting another trailer, but I'm very excited. As far as the full power is unleashed kind of thing, now what do you guys don't know about Black Panther's not just a character that is very skilled in martial arts, but he's also a character that's very mystical. So he has this more of a, not like Doctor Strange mystical, but he kind of connects to this higher thing. There's this, you know, for instance, in the comics, there's something called the Panther God, who he, you know, where his strength comes from. And that's really, the Panther God chooses who is to be the Black Panther in a central way. Every Black Panther must be blessed by the Panther God. It's this big white panda big white panther looking thing that blesses whomever may become the Panther God. A lot also the ancestors, previous ancestors who was a Black Panther before in the past, Black Panther can speak to them in any type of way. So if you get like, kind of like if they're like holograms in a sense, he can actually communicate with his ancestors. So Black Panther has a lot of power. So they may be referring to his full power as to, you know, reaching in with the Panther God and his more mystical side. We may be seeing more of the mystical side of Black Panther because he's a big mystical character. Like I said, not like Doctor Strange, but a little bit more deeper. It goes a lot more deeper than that. So it's separated from what mystical characters like Doctor Strange do. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to tackle this entire thing. I think it's going to be amazing. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this little well, not little, it's over 20 minutes, but this shot by shot analysis of the recent teaser trailer for Black Panther. If I missed anything out, you guys let me know in the comment section down below as you normally do. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end if you did, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Clockmaster out.